Okay, so I'm still a little uncertain about what a 401k is. Can you take us through the basics?
So thanks, Ken. The term 401k may sound very complicated to small business owners, but it simply just refers to a section in code that IRS amended in 1978. So specifically, it refers to pre-tax contributions into a participant's personal retirement account. At a high level, what it does is allow participants to invest a portion of each paycheck before taxes are taken out. It allows you to save with tax-deferred dollars, and that means that you don't pay federal or state, if applicable, meaning income taxes are not paid until the money is withdrawn from the plan. Usually that money is taken out in retirement, so you've allowed your money to grow tax-deferred for your entire working career. So when you take that money in retirement, generally you will be in a lower tax bracket because you are now relying on your 401k as your paycheck instead of earning one from your employer. You may not need as much money to live in retirement as you do working. You drive less, you don't eat lunch out every day, you can live in simpler means. So as we referred to earlier, you can live on about 80% of your current wage for each year you're in retirement. That leads me to talk a little bit about the business owner side of things. It's a great way for business owners to save money for their own retirement, even if they are that only employee. This particular benefit is also at the top of the ladder when it comes to benefits that prospective employees want, and help keep good employees with your company as well. When you consider the fact that most small businesses don't offer 401k plans, this gives you a distinct competitive advantage over other competitors if you do offer one. In other words, it gives you that upper hand in recruiting and keeping top talent. And then finally, I want to mention that there are some attractive tax benefits that we covered earlier. So for employees, a 401k offers tremendous tax advantages. It makes automated contributions each pay period. So it makes things very systematic in the way of saving. It also offers that pre-tax savings and tax-deferred growth. You have those higher contribution limits that were mentioned on the previous slides over an IRA and even other types of plans. There's flexibility in terms of whether you choose to put in pre-tax money, post-tax Roth contributions, or a combination of both. You can do rollovers from previous plans. You can take loans. We have managed accounts, which are a great way to put an expert in the driver's seat as far as managing your investments, and way, way, way more than we have time to even talk about today. The other thing that's pretty powerful about a 401k is the fact that you can combine that 401k plan with discretionary profit sharing for even more savings potential.
Okay, so I sign up for a 401k. Can you show us why it's such a great vehicle to drive me toward retirement?
I gotta tell you, Ken, this is one of my favorite parts of working with 401k is showing people the long-term benefit associated with it. So you see on the screen in front of you, we're gonna assume that you earn $35,000 in a given year. We're gonna assume you're also in the great state of New York, and it builds in your tax rates right there. We'll say your current age is 30, and you're planning on retiring at 65. The interesting part about retirement age these days is that we're finding that people are working longer, that number is slowly creeping higher, and the new retirement age is soon going to be 70. Current savings off on the right-hand side. I'm going to leave it at 0 for now. I want you to keep in mind is if you were to go use our retirement calculator on this particular site, you would include in recurrent savings anything that bears compound interest. So think about that as things like your personal IRA, investments you might have with a financial advisor, investments you might have in a previous 401k or other retirement plan. Things that are not included are real estate, savings accounts, money you bury in your backyard or you put under your mattress. From there, we'll look at that per month contribution. We're going to start you off at $200, and we're going to see how this plays out based on that. And for now, we're going to leave that employer match percentage at 0. I want to show you the long-term impact that that has. So let's go ahead and click that retirement button there. So look at that. Saving $200 a month or $2,400 a year over 35 years earns you $227,607 in retirement. That's good, but we can make this even better because our retirement goal is $638,862. So we have a bit of a deficit there. So let's work on this. Before we do, I want to point out there on the left-hand side, it shows there your yearly contribution is $2,400. And because there is tax savings involved, remember we're not going to pay federal and in most cases state tax, your take-home pay is only reduced by $1,974 a year. So there's that tax savings in action. You save $426 a year. The more you defer into the plan, the more you save too. So we're going to go ahead and make a couple of adjustments here. First thing I want to challenge whoever is taking a look at this calculator is to make a small sacrifice. And make a small sacrifice a few days a week. So for a lot of people, that small sacrifice ends up being something like coffee. Instead of stopping at your local, coffee shop every morning or on your way home, you drink the stuff that you make in the kitchen in the morning instead. And if you were able to do that, maybe you could save a little bit more into your 401k. So let's go ahead and change that per month contribution from $200 to $250. With the cost of lattes these days, that's a fairly simple sacrifice because they're getting more and more expensive as we go. So look at that difference there. Our projected assets went from $227,607 to $284,509. Who knew that lattes were costing you almost $57,000 over time? It's crazy to me. All right, so let's take a look at match next. Sometimes we hear from business owners, I'm not ready to, or I'm not looking to match. I want to show you the impact match has over time. Just to clear up another misconception, match only goes to people who are willing to participate themselves. So yourself and your employees would need to ante up and put your own money in the plan in order to receive a match. Our most common matching formula is 3.5%. So we're going to go ahead and slide the orange bar over to 3.5%, and we're going to watch our balance grow. Look at that. We hit $400,683. We're up $116,174. That's awesome. A couple last things to show you. Investment return percent. It's conservatively set at 5%. The history of the stock market since inception is between 8 and 10%. So we're going to still remain on the conservative side, but we're going to go a little bit higher with that number. Let's go up to 8%, please. So look at that, $786,282. Now you could even have a higher return depending on how you choose to invest as well. So this all probably looks really great, right, Ken?
It looks awesome. I've got my latte and I'm on my way to Tahiti. See ya.
Sounds great. Here's the thing though. A lot of times we hear, with our customers and even sometimes their employees, I need tires for the car, or my kids need braces, or there's some particular reason why they are not ready to start saving today. And when they tell us like, hey, I'm going to do it next month, 1 month turns into 6 months, 6 months turns into a year. And then the next thing you know, you've missed out on a whole lot of contributions in this plan. So I'm going to ask that we go ahead and click on the drop-down button there for current age. And let's switch it from 30 to 31. Keep in mind we're at $786,000. Look at that. Waiting a year cost us $62,469. So you put in $3,000. That $3,000 over time costs you $62,469. It's insanity. That's compound interest at work, and who wants to miss out on that? That's why today is so important.
Wow, that looks great for the employee. How about benefits to the employer?
Awesome question, Ken. So now to be sure, business owners who start a plan, we often call them plan sponsors. They can suddenly be faced with lots of complicated tasks that they never anticipated. The list is endless, really. It can include things like tracking employee eligibility, filling out forms with various government agencies, communicating changes to payroll every time a participant wants to go up or down with their contribution, answering employee questions, calculating match, keeping solid records, and making timely changes are just to name a few. Besides that, they have to comply with strict requirements under the Federal Employee Retirement Income Security Act, also known as ERISA. Give you just an example. Under ERISA, plan sponsors are required to deposit employee payroll deferrals into their retirement accounts within a specific time frame. And missing that contribution by just one day, those penalties can be really steep.
All right. How does Paychex fit into all of this?
All right. So rest assured that we're a leader in the industry because we make it very easy for small business owners like you to set up and administer a plan. It's essentially the magic of payroll integration. So the simple act of connecting payroll and 401k systems, it can really automate all the tasks an employer otherwise has to do manually. Those things, again, such as tracking eligibility, updating payroll when the employee enrolls, adjusting payroll whenever an employee changes a contribution, and adjusting their contribution when even their pay changes. It also ensures that there are accurate deposits and even automates that annual Form 5500 completion for plan sponsors. Because we're removing the option of human error, it reduces miscalculations, late deposits, audits, and even fines. The net effect is that our automated system gives businesses back their time, gives them time back from those manual administrative tasks to focus back on the important revenue-producing functions of their business. Most importantly, underlying our success is a simple belief that small businesses like yourself can take the retirement savings crisis and turn it into a golden opportunity, not only for you, but for your business and for your employees. It's really our passion here at Paychex to help America's workers save for a dignified retirement, and it really is the basis for everything we do. So you ready to see what a 401k can do for you, your business, and your employees? All you got to do is complete the quick form to see how easy a plan is to set up and run. One of our knowledgeable local representatives will work with you to explain how the plans work in way more detail if necessary. Answer any questions that you might have about the plan or how we make this plan work. And then we'll also customize a design for a plan and give you a no obligation proposal for you and your business. So Ken, what's your takeaway from today?
Well, my takeaway is this. I can't believe that people wouldn't want to start a 401k. And the key to it is don't wait. As soon as you are able, if you have your company and your company offers a 401k plan, you'd be ridiculously remiss not to start it and set yourself up for that latte every day and that place that you want to go in your future, the place that will give you pleasure and joy. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, TJ. And thank you, everyone, for listening and watching this particular seminar. We hope you found it very informative. I sure did. Thank you again, and have a great rest of your day.